A very good afternoon. You're most welcome to the afternoon English news edition from 89.8 Radio FM. Let's take a look at the headlines. 3 dead in Lera Kitgum Road crash. Police launch manhunt for truck driver. Alaptong district moves to address teacher shortage amid high pupil numbers. And inmate population drops at Lera main prison following plea bargain and court sessions. In the foreign scene, Israel strikes kill 19 Palestinians near Gaza's last functioning hospitals. These and many more in detail read to you by Agness, Agilo. The territorial police at Lera Central Police Station have launched investigations into a fatal road accident that claimed the lives of 3 people. The accident occurred last evening at around 8 p.m. in a Konkori Ngeta along Lera Kitgum Road. It involved a motorcycle registration number UGH268W and a Fuso truck registration number UBJ816W. Speaking exclusively to Radio 1 News Desk, North Kyoga Regional Police spokesperson, Superintendent of Police Jimmy Patrick Okema, confirmed the incident, describing it as unfortunate. According to SP Okema, the 3 victims, whose identities were still unknown by press time, were all riding on the motorcycle when they were reportedly knocked by the Fuso truck. All 3 died on the spot, while the truck driver fled the scene and is currently on the run. Both the motorcycle and the truck have been impounded and are now parked at Lera Central Police Station, pending inspection. The bodies of the deceased have been transported to Lera Regional Referral Hospital, mortuary for postmortem examinations.
We have not yet identified the victim and the deceased. There are 3 people who perished, yes, but the driver is still at large. The vehicle has been brought to the station. Definitely, that will be in the mortuary. It's very unfortunate incident because the rider is, I think, encouraged the why, not according to what people were saying. But we shall get that fact later when it is been ascertained. At least I can confirm 3 people died and the driver took off. We appeal to wherever he is to report himself to any nearest police facility. Otherwise, if it is known that is one who caused that accident, people can even brain on him.
SP Okema has appealed to the driver to surrender to the nearest police station to aid in the ongoing investigation. The Education Department of Aleptong District is taking steps to recruit new teachers and replace those who have already been transferred, promoted, or relocated to urban areas. The move is aimed at narrowing the pupil-teacher ratio gap and improving the quality of education across the district. This development was confirmed by the Chief Administrative Officer, Francis Olaboro, in an exclusive interview with our reporter. Olaboro acknowledged that the teacher shortage is a pressing issue, not only for Aleptong, but across the country, and requires urgent government attention.
Now what now? Just now, what for those who are on the placement basis. We have a number of teachers who have decided to opt to go to the city. Some have gone to Kulu, some have gone to Lera City, and that's okay. Some have gone on promotion, some are just transfer service. So we are now compiling a list and we are going to replace those ones. That ones we will reach their level. I mean, once the education department, we can just say that we submit and we're able to request to replace those ones. That's what we wish to learn there, and that's the project.
Olaboro further explained that on September 3rd, 2025, key district stakeholders, including the district planner and principal human resource officer, held a meeting with the teams from the Ministry of Public Service and the Ministry of Finance to discuss harmonization of wages, pensions, and gratuities for the current financial year. He revealed that an analysis has already been completed and the district is now in the final stages of submitting the findings to the Ministry of Finance, which will determine whether new recruitments can proceed. Olaboro also confirmed that the district recently recruited 28 new teachers who have since been deployed to schools with high enrollment, such as Owalo and Angichkide primary schools.
We did analysis and now we are finalizing and then able to submit the feedback whether there's room for recruiting more staff or there's no room. We are finalizing on that. However, we recruited over 24 teachers just of recent, and we have actually and deploy them on most of the school media WhatsApp, most of the people like Agilo, Walo, but also you want to realize that the enrollment in school generally is high because of UPE. And we'll make sure that we try to match the enrollment with the deployment.
However, he pointed out that Alanyi and Ajonyi primary schools remain among the most severely affected, with extremely high pupil numbers and a critical shortage of teachers. The district hopes that with the continued recruitment and government support, the teacher-pupil ratio will improve, ensuring better learning conditions for all children in Aleptang district. In other news, Lera Main Prison, which serves the entire Lango sub-region, has reported a significant drop in its inmate population, according to prison authorities. This development comes just months after a plea bargain session held in June this year, where officials raised concerns over congestion. At the time, Lera Central Prison, originally built to house 120 inmates, was accommodating over 1,000 prisoners. Speaking to our reporter this morning, the Regional Prisons Commander for the Mid-Northern Region, Senior Superintendent Godfred Komakech, confirmed the reduction in inmate numbers.
And not only plea bargain session, we even have high court sessions, 2 parallel high court sessions that have been running. One just concluded on Friday, and another one is due to commence today. And after the second high court session, it will be followed again by another plea bargain session, and the number has drastically dropped down. And I think the alarming situation is now of a relief today. The situation is no longer alarming.
SSP Komakech attributed a decline to the recently concluded plea bargain exercise held at Lera Main Prison. He explained that during the session, many inmates were convicted and subsequently transferred, while others had their cases dismissed due to lack of evidence. Some were granted bail and are now attending court proceedings from home. He further noted that the ongoing High Court session is expected to reduce the numbers even further, as more cases are being processed efficiently. Commander Komakech reaffirmed the prison service commitment to supporting the judicial system and ensuring that justice is delivered fairly and promptly. You are still tuned to the news coming your way from 89.8 Radio FM. Blessed are the peacemakers.
Wow, business today.
In the business news this afternoon, Uganda's local government workers have given the government a September 30th deadline to address their long-standing demand for salary enhancement, warning that they will lay down their tools starting October 1st, 2025. If the demands are not met. In a letter dated September 17th, 2025, addressed to the head of public service and secretary to the cabinet, Uganda Local Government Workers Union, WOLGWA, General Secretary Hassan Lubai Mudiba, said all avenues of dialogue with the government had been exhausted. The union accused the government of creating salary disparities through selective increments, which they say have polarized the civil service and demoralized many employees. The petition comes at a time when heart teachers are already on strike, pressing for their own salary increase and disrupting learning in several districts across the country.
International news.
In the foreign scene, Israeli forces have unleashed a new wave of attacks on Gaza, striking areas near some of the few hospitals still functioning, while their ground assault on Gaza City leaves a mounting civilian toll. At least 83 Palestinians were killed by Israeli forces today, medical officials told Al Jazeera. Missiles struck areas around Al-Shifa and Al-Ilah hospitals, disrupting some of the last fragile lifelines left for the starving, sick, and wounded. At least 15 people were killed outside Al-Shifa, while 4 more died in a separate attack near Al-Hilal. Hamas condemned the assault as a full-fledged war crime, noting they came less than 24 hours after the release of a new UN report documenting the occupation's commission of the crime of genocide against their people.
War Sport on 89.8 FM for updates on the latest sports news.
Former Manchester United striker Louis Saha has expressed surprise over Arsenal's acquisition of Victor Gyökeres in the summer transfer window. The Frenchman said the striker is definitely not a skillful player. Since moving to the Emirates Stadium in the summer, Gyökeres has netted 3 times across his opening 4 Premier League games. He joined Arsenal after his impressive display at Sporting CP, with the Gunners paying as much as £55 million for the striker. Saha believes that it will take time for the Sweden international to settle at the Emirates Stadium.
Wa Ecclesia Church News.
In the church news, the Catholic Church in Tanzania is mourning the death of Archbishop Novatus Rugambwa, a former apostolic nuncio and a longtime diplomat of the Holy See. He died on the evening of September 16, 2025, while undergoing treatment at the Gemelli Hospital in Rome. The late Archbishop was an indigenous of Bukoba Catholic Diocese in Tanzania. Bishop Jovitas Francis Mwijage of the Diocese of Bukoba, Tanzania, expressed a deep sorrow over the Archbishop's death. Archbishop Rugambwa was born on October 8, 1957, in the Diocese of Bukoba, Tanzania. He was ordained a priest on July 6, 1986, by the late Bishop Nestorius Timanywa after completing his priestly formation and theological studies. With this, dear listener, we come to the end of the afternoon English news edition, but let's recap on the top stories. 3 dead in Lira Kitgum Road crash. Police launch manhunt for truck driver. Aleptong district moves to address teacher shortage amid high pupil numbers. And inmate population drops at Lira main prison following plea bargain and court sessions. In the foreign scene, Israeli strikes kill 19 Palestinians near Gaza's last functioning hospital. We so much appreciate your continued audience. It has been me, Agness Agilo, wishing you a productive afternoon as you stay tuned to Work Connection, which is coming up next with a DJ Cross.
That was the news on 89.8 FM, Radio One.
Something you all I want. Can't tell me nothing, slow my heart down. First God that he made you. See nobody replace you. So tell me like a African queen, #1 diva. She can bring it on when I